Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. The photo is of 15-year-old Darico Gaskin. I think you all know who Darico is. He was one of the three guys who went to rob someone at the Weston bar, the bar that is in Weston, John Moore bar, and his brother was killed, and he is allegedly in a drug-induced coma at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. That is what is being said about Darico Gaskin. That's what's been put out there about Darico. But what I have been hearing from the beginning, I've been hearing something else. But I kind of went with the flow of what people want to hear and what most people are repeating, that he is alive and he is in a induced coma. But there are some people whispering in my ear that Darico is deceased. And I cannot put it together. You don't know how to put it together because you can't unless I'm right there at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital and looking at him or speaking to a doctor who has been looking after Darico. You don't know how to put things together, bits and pieces of information. But what I am hearing loud and clear is he's deceased. Maybe you can say brain dead, and it's just a matter of them, turning off the machines. But what I am also hearing is that, well, there are two other things. They're saying that the Barbados Police Service, they want it to be like that he is alive, so that people will talk and people will be scared and make some, bad moves. When you're scared, you're not in your right mind, and you can make some bad moves, and they can, they can really pounce on you when you make that bad move. They can have a case. They can have you say something you wouldn't normally say when you're scared and made a bad move, okay? So I'm hearing that's the strategy that the Barbados Police Service gang is using. The other part of this is I'm actually hearing that his mother and the people that he worked for are hoping that when he leaves the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, he goes straight to the Undertaker. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that all the information that can be needed to bring down the cult, the robberies, the names, the places, details is in this little boy's head, is in Darico's head. All of that information is in his head. He's right there when they're planning, when they're scheming, when they go out. He was at one point an apprentice. He knows what's going on. He knows the players, and they're saying that when he leaves the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, they hope that he goes right there to something on Sons, or however you want to put it, but the obituary page he'll be on. They don't want him to come out, and I'm hearing this loud and clear, and I'm hearing that it's a sentiment of his own very mother. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, because he is pivotal to whatever is going on there in the garden or the gardens in St. James. And he can talk, and he will talk if he comes out of the state that he's in now. But yet I'm hearing that he's already gone. And yet I'm hearing it's a drug-induced coma. Then in the middle part of that, I'm hearing that his mom and her clan and her cult and, the setup there, they're hoping that he just leaves, dearly departed, final farewell. They're hoping for that. And it's a sad day because a lot of Barbadians are hoping the same, because it seems as though you do know this family. You know this family, okay? So a lot of you are saying you're not going to give blood and you're not going to do this. And, all three, the one that the boyfriend, he too needs to leave, be in the dearly departed section of the paper, the family notices. That's what the general theme surrounding Darico Gaskin is. That's the general theme, that he's gone. He's gone. So it would be a miracle, I guess, for the people who are telling me that he's already gone and the police are pulling a prank, if he actually leaves the hospital. That is going to be something like, I would be the first on my phone saying, hey, I heard he has been released and, he's pulled through. Because these people are one, I'm telling you what they're telling me. I'm giving to you what is being given to me. And they're saying that he's dead. That's what they're saying to me, that Darico is dead. But yet you're hearing from the police and from the, people, like your newspaper or whatever, that he's, at the hospital. He's bad off, but in the hospital, still breathing. So yeah, we have to watch and see what happens. And between hearing that he's gone and hearing that he's still there, and then in the middle part hearing that they don't really want any recovery, the family and the whole cult that they are a part of, they just want it to end. They just want that chapter to be closed. It's a strange day. It's a strange time that I am witnessing coming out of Barbados. It's the strangest of things. But that's it. If I hear anything more, I'm going to tell you, right? I am going to bring it to you, no matter how heavy. That was heavy, yeah. No matter how heavy it is. I got this yesterday evening and I slept on it because I had to say, how am I gonna say this? How am I gonna bring it over to you? So I did sleep on it. So here it is. It's 30 degrees zero below, 30 below zero where I am. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'm actually gonna get out of here and walk maybe it's not half a mile, maybe a quarter. Yeah, up the street is a diner, and I'm gonna walk in 30 below zero. That's your girl. I love it. I love the colder for me, the better. So I'm gonna go and get some coffee and talk to you later, okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.